That person's on call.
Could that bro now?
I should continue reading.
Continue, please.
Okay. Yeah. That was not the first show he performed from Ikorodu. Yes, but ever since he got signed to into Naira Marley's label, he had not been going to Ikorodu like that. He insisted on coming down to talk to the bouncers himself, which I knew would not be nice because people were much and they should not mob him. I said if he wanted to get down, I will come down with my baby and go to his mom's place. And he told me to stay back, and he told Ibrahim to call his younger brother Adura to inform the bouncer that we need to go now because he was tired of people harassing him, and he gave them like 100,000 and they kept coming back to him. I don't know what transpired between them. That's what she said. The lawyer asked, between who? Ibrahim and his younger brother, because myself and my baby were in the car while his elder brother Darusha was not at the scene. He went to change money for the people at the scene, and when Ibrahim came back to the Prado to meet myself, my husband, and spending, and they was really mad at that. He was sounding angry that what's Ibrahim? Yes, that's Ibrahim. Yes, and he said he called Mohbad's brother, and his brother responded to him rudely, and that was not the first time that he was. And if it was Ayuba, Prime Boy's brother, that it was not like that, he would not react to Mohbad like that, in that way. He knew what Prime Boy would have done to Ayuba. So my husband said he shouldn't say all these things he wants him. That English wrong. All these things he wants him to beat his brother. Do you want? No, they use the wrong English there. Those you want, but actually I think is, do you want him to beat his brother at this show? And he should wait till when we get to the house. And he kept on talking. Who kept on talking? Prime Boy. He said he was supposed to discipline Adura for him, and my husband said he cannot be at this scene. And my brother said to him, yeah, when I am outside, you address me as Mohbad, and when I am inside, I am promise. So I mean, this is where the issue of call me Adura, call me promise, call me Mohbad arrived. And I am promise, and you don't talk to me like that. And Ibrahim asked him to shut up. When they were having this argument, were they inside the car? They were inside the car, and I was sitting in the middle. You said people were many, and he doesn't like being called promise. Were the people hearing them? No, the glass was wind up. You don't see that part? No, the glass was wind up.
When you claim that, hey, Allah, ẹjọ́ ṣé àwọn dáwà class wà rí kọ̀ọ̀kan send this ni.
Àwọn yẹn sì lo paracetamol ẹ dé kí àwọn yẹn sì lo
please you people queen send
request to lo paracetamol.
All this team women now send request now please ẹjọ́.
All this pretty team mo paracetamol.
Mo fẹ́ drop.
Shebi, I said it now. I gave you warnings now. I gave you warnings. Emma Kakini.
Dayo, please continue, please.
Okay. So, the lawyer asked, inside the car. No.
Hold on, no, we have a request, Bayo. Hold on, we have a request. Yeah, we have a request.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, ma.
Good evening, or good evening, everyone.
Okay, ma. Sorry, I don't know. Have you been following this program or you just joined us?
I've been following the program since the demise of
No, I mean
Promise.
this show that we are, this live show.
Oh, I just come in now.
Okay, because we send invites to Same Wumi.
Oh.
That's why we kept that space.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So that
okay.
we're not mistaken, you want to confirm. Are you Same Wumi, please?
Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ o.
Okay.
Hey, wala wow.
Orúkọ mi ni.
A ti rí pé ìyá ìwé ló wà ń bẹ̀.
Ìyá ìwé wà.
Èmi ò kì í gbọ́mọkọ́mọ. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ o. Mo ti máa ṣan nídìí láti kékeré. Màá ti reset torí ẹ̀ láti kékeré o.
The rejected child.
Oh no, God forbid that thing.
Oh, okay, ma. We'll kindly bear with us. We'll still bring you up, please, ma.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right, bye-bye. Okay.
So, guys, once again, if you're just joining us, the last space on this, we are about 412 on this panel now, on this platform. The last space we're reserving for giving me one rule. We're reserving this space for Same Wumi because we're just talking about okay, we have another request, She Baby. Okay, please Bio Billion, hold on. We have another request. Yeah, good evening. Yes, ma'am.
Baba Lele.
Sorry, please, we are expecting a visitor on this platform. That's why we kept that space for Team Wumi. Please, are you for Team Wumi, please?
God forbid, blood of Jesus, Holy Ghost fire. God forbid, I beg. No time, Holy Ghost fire.
Sorry, please. We kept that space for Team Wumi because this thing we're reading, we actually want them.
I beg, I will drop. God forbid. If I not say this place now for Team Wumi place, I for no enter. No face. I no fit.
This is not Team Wumi.
I know. That space is going where you keep. I get a feeling you can't even want Team Wumi. Lo ma dúró síbẹ̀. Ẹ bá ti má gbé mi síbẹ̀. God forbid.
Now, this is not a joking matter. Please, Team Wumi, at this junction, you need to send request. Please. Konibaje, please send request. Boli B, please send request. Tolani, you
Abuke Oshi. Abuke, please send request. Please.
No,
Abuke.
No, please, God protection. No foul names, please. Abati, please send request. Tolani, you came in just now, send request. Pink Lady, please send request. Anybody should send request. Thank you. Mr. Bio Billion, can we have you?
Okay. So, we stopped at where the lawyer asked. You said people were many and it does not like being called Promise. Were people hearing them? No, the glass was wind up. And he told Prime Boy to stop talking to him in that manner. And they were friends from childhood. And he kept on saying that he was supposed to discipline Adura, and Adura was not just doing this and okay, so, and he said he was not going to do it at the scene. Let them get to the house. But Prime Boy told him to shut up. And my husband got mad at him and he could not hit him because I was in the car with the baby. And when I was trying to hold him, but But Prime Boy told him to shut up. My husband got mad at him. He could not hit him because I was in the car with the baby, and when I was trying to hold him, he jacked my hand and went to meet Prime Boy, which resulted to fight. He went to meet Prime Boy. So the lawyer asked, inside the car.
Bayo, please hold on. Take it back a bit. He could not hit him. Who was he referring
that means
to?
He was referring to that Mohbad was, William Bua could not hit Prime Boy, or Prime Boy could not hit Mohbad.
He could not hit him. Please read what it was before that he could not. Then we can get it.
Okay. He said Prime Boy told him to shut up.
So Prime Boy told him to shut up. Okay. From what he's painting, that shut up must have gotten Mohbad angry.
Mohbad mad, angry.
Okay, now.
So he said it. My husband got mad at him, and he could not hit him because I was in the car with the baby.
Okay.
And when I was
Mohbad
attempted to hit, could not hit Prime Boy. Okay. So, but when I was trying to hold him, he jacked my hand and went to meet Prime Boy, which resulted to fight. Inside the car, no, my husband came down. From. Can I go on?
Go on, sir.
My husband came down from the car to meet Prime Boy, and it resulted to a fight, and I was holding my baby. So I just tried to scream for help. Hey, you said people were outside the car. You said your husband was getting mad because of the number of people that were outside the car. You said bouncers were there. Now you are screaming for help.
Bayo, what was their sitting position in the car?
She was sitting in the middle.
In the middle. So and she was holding her baby, right?
Yes.
So how could Prime Boy and Mohbad will be fighting over the baby when the baby was in the car?
No. Remember she said Prime Boy went to meet Mohbad went to meet Prime Boy. That's what he said. She said Wumi said that my husband went to meet Prime Boy, and that's when they started fighting.
Is he outside or inside the car?
That was the question now.
Guys,
then I asked,
guys, hold on.
Inside the car?
Bayo,
no.
Bayo Billion, please pause a little bit. We've got visitor Ololade. Please, Ololade, are you for Team Wumi so that we can continue? Because we reserve that space for Team. Yes, are you for Team Wumi so that we reserve that special place for our special guest? We're expecting.
Yeah, we are all together, but I just want to apologize for everything Bayo Billions is reading. According to Wumi, from Team Wumi, we are deeply sorry because Wumi does not know what she's saying, and I believe we'll make amends.
Are you drunk?
Ẹ má bínú o, ọmọ òfò. Àmọ́ ẹ má bínú, ṣe sì gbọ́, ẹ má bínú, kò ń ṣe damage control. Nígbàdàn nǹkan tó ń sọ yẹn kò mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń sọ. Ó kọ ẹ mọ̀ ṣọ́ọ̀kì ikú ọkọ ẹ̀ yóò ṣì wà lọ́kùnrin tó ti yé yín. Ọkọ ọ̀rọ̀ mi wá kí n wá represent àwọn tí mú mi. Ṣó ti yé yín, ẹ má bínú kẹ́ jìbù rẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú, ṣe ti gbọ́.
Okay, hold on. Ẹjọ ẹni tó send yín yẹn ẹni kan tún send èèyàn míì ẹ ṣé gan kan bá wa send nítorí ẹni kan send èèyàn míì ẹ ṣé gan.
Okay.
Ẹ máa gbà mí kẹ́ o, igbó ò ti pọ̀ jù ní ti wù mí báyìí.
Tíìmù wa ni.
Oh, she's just. Oh, okay.
Justice ni real justice ni ó kọ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Okay. That was funny anyway. That was a good one. Okay, so now, like the question the prince asked, the police are the lawyer asked inside the car. She said, no. My husband came down from the car to meet Prime Boy, and it resulted into a fight. Now, remember, she is using fight. She's not using argument. Oh, she said fight. And I was holding my baby, so I just tried to scream for help. You said they were fighting. Were they talking or they were using their fists? When the whole thing happened, I was not fully present. Hey! Ah! I'm a loner. Ọlọ́run ọba. Ẹjọ́ rà pé wà interesting, ó rà pé láàrin wà interesting, mo fẹ́ sáré ẹgbọ́ o. You said they were fighting. Were they talking or they were using their fists? When the whole thing happened, I was not fully present. I was trying to call his workers inside the Prado because I knew I could not separate them. I ran to meet his workers at the second Prado. Yeah.
But hold on, Bayo.
Yeah. Ó gbọ́ ọmọ dání pẹ̀lú ariwo. Ṣé ń gbọ́ ẹ̀pà pípé wa kan wá different line yìí. Ó gbọ́ ọmọ dání pẹ̀lú ariwo yẹn. Olúwa o.
Ṣé ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀? Mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ reason tí Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ fi jápa lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà ni. Mo ṣe mọ reason tí ìyá ẹ̀ fi jápa ni. Torí ó ti wo irọ́ yẹn gbé ni. Mo lérò pé kò gun plane gan débẹ̀. Irọ́ ló gbé dé ìlú òyìnbó. Ó sá kàbàkàbà.
But Bayo, jokes apart, yeah?
Yes.
Papa, let's be serious now. How can somebody come up with this stupid narrative, and the person will not be detained? How come?
That is the Nigerian police will have to ask that question. If not for this CTC, we will just be going with the narration that I mean, I don't even know what to. I mean, I don't. Nigerian police. Shele Dada. At the same sitting that you said that there were too many noise and he was being restless. He does not like the noise and the bouncers were outside. You were telling him not to go down. At the same instance, you carry your own baby to go into the same public place that a lot of crowd were there. At the same time that you are advising him don't go down, it's too much people, but you carry your baby. You are saying fight. They are asking you, is it fight or argument? You say you are not present. You went to go and call his workers. Àdúrà ti di worker. Spend it to one nínú mọ́tò pẹ̀lú wọn kọ́. Ìyọ́n ṣe worker. Oh my goodness. Ẹ wo. Ògógóró ni máa fi lo paracetamol tó sàn yìí. Ọlọ́run mọ̀.
Bayo, just calm down a bit.
Please play Irọ́pọ̀. Do you have Irọ́pọ̀? Please help us to play Irọ́pọ̀. We need that music, please.
I don't have it. But what I can say is,
the Nigerian police let this slide.
Telling you.
With this irọ́, Nigerian police wọ́n arrest ọmọ yìí, wọ́n detain ẹ̀, wọ́n pèlè ní witness. Ẹni tó yẹ pé fúnra rẹ̀ ló ń fẹnu ara rẹ̀ sọ, fúnra rẹ̀ ló ń fẹnu ara rẹ̀ parẹ́. This is a witness.
How can you not be consistent, for crying out loud? How can you not be consistent?
Ibo na àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti wá rí profusely. Ibo na àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti wá rí profusely.
Amadebe láìpẹ́. Ẹ lọ lo paracetamol yìí, Amadebe láìpẹ́.
Mo ti lo máa padà lo mí again.
Bayo Billion, please continue.
Okay. I went to call his workers. I ran to meet his workers in the second Prado. The driver of the Prado, the driver of the Jeep was there, is a question. I don't know at that point. Yes, it should be there. I'm trying to get a description of what happened. Let's imagine.
Salam.
Ẹ̀yin moderator yẹ kó rí wa pé o ká mọ̀ nǹkan tá à ń gbé wọlé.
Ta ló gbé wèrè yẹn bọ̀bọ́, ta ló gbé wèrè yẹn wọlé? Wèrè yẹn bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn náà. He's a packy person tó máa ń lọ sórí platform káàkiri. Now, like I am trying to now, does that. Now, the lawyer said, I'm trying to get your description of what happened. Let's imagine I was in the car. You, your baby. Spending was at the back seat. Your husband, where was he sitting? My husband sat by the door. I sat in the middle. And Prime Boy. So both of them were sitting at the by the door. She was in between them with the baby. Show you. So she's describing them in the car. You mean? Okay. My husband sat by the door. I sat in the middle. Then Prime Boy. You mean he opened the door, came down, came around, and opened the door where Prime Boy was? Yes, I think so. Hey, we did it. We did it.
Okay, but witness in it. Witness in it now.
Witness will monko to share. Ah, okay. This means he dragged Prime Boy out. No, Prime Boy was seated in the car when the whole thing was happening. Kò rí nígbà tí wọ́n drag, but ó rí pé Prime Boy wà nínú mọ́tò. If they were fighting and the other gentleman was in the vehicle, he would have to open the door to face him and fight him. That was why I said I was not fully present. Immediately I knew they wanted to start fighting. They were always having issues, and immediately I saw it.
No,
if they were okay, no, Prime Boy was seated. So the man said, "Do you mean he dragged Prime Boy out?" Answer was no. Prime Boy was seated in the car when the whole thing was happening. So the lawyer said, if they were fighting and the other gentleman was in the vehicle, he would have to open that door to face him and fight him. That was why I said I was not fully present. Immediately I knew they wanted to start fighting.
Hello.
This person don't come again. Who they bring this person up?
What?
Okay, the prince, they hear me. So they were always fighting.
Just understand this.
Okay, that was why. Now let me tell. Yes.
So Korija as a witness.
Yes, Korija.
I understand.
Now let me quickly go back. Let me go back to no, my husband came down. She saw the husband came down. You understand? When they said shut up, it resulted into a fight. She said, when I was trying to hold him, he jacked me, my hand, and he went to meet Prime Boy, which resulted to a fight. She saw it when Mohbad went to meet Prime Boy. We really buy. So the question is, was he inside the car? You know, so the question is, was he inside the car? Was he inside the car? No, my husband came down. She saw it. My husband came down from the car to meet Prime Boy, and it resulted into a fight. And I was trying to hold my baby. So I just tried to scream for help. Now, in the same line, the same sitting, she said it resulted in Okwebole, Oloba Prime Boy. Òun ṣílẹ̀kùn, òun scream for help. Don't forget that place.
Bayo, don't forget that Abinishi ó tún sọ pé ibi kan wà tí ò ṣojú.
Yes, no, it was then. It was then said, you said they were fighting. Were they talking? or they were using their fist. When the whole thing happened, I was not fully present. Okay. I was trying to call his workers. I was trying to call his workers inside the other Prado because I knew I could not separate them. I ran to meet his workers in the second Prado. The Prado of the Jeep was there. The driver of the Jeep was there. I don't know at this point. Yes, it should be there. I'm trying to get a description of what happened. Now, even the lawyer was confused. You can see the lawyer trying to bring back the scenario. You can see that lawyer was trying to bring back the scenario of, if you say they are fighting and you say you did not witness it, you went to go and call for help. How come you will say they are fighting? Now, the man had you said, let's describe it, let's start it again. Start the scenario. My husband starts in the door, by the door. I sat in the middle. Then Prime Boy. That means he opened the door, came down, came around and opened the other door with Prime Boy. Yes, I think so. That means he dragged Prime Boy out. No, Prime Boy was seated in the car. And when the whole thing was happening, if there was a fighting and the other gentleman was in the car, you will have to open the car to face him and fight him. That was why I said I was not fully present. Immediately, I knew they wanted to start fighting. They were always having issues. And immediately I saw it, I knew I would lead to, I knew what it would lead to. And they were childhood friends. The court now, the judge now asked, the capacity of this vehicle, is it 3-seated or a 2-seater? A 3-seater car. A 3-seater. 1 seat at the back, 3-seated in the middle, the driver and the passenger. The court. Then it can take many people, the capacity. So another person interjected, how many people as capacity? How many people can sit in that car comfortable? I think 5. 5 with the driver inclusive. I think so. I think 6 plus the driver. Following your description, he went around. Who was sitting in the front? It was his brother. He went to change money. But the driver was present. The answer, the driver was outside. I think he was just resting on his car. He was waiting for us so that we can move. That means he was outside, meaning when he turned, the driver saw him. That means when he turned from the other car, the driver should see him. The driver should see him. That's the answer. The driver should see him. How did they start fighting? Because Prime Boy was still seated in the car. Immediately I saw my husband going to meet Prime Boy. I went to meet his workers. And they should come and meet Mohbad. And when I got there, I already saw people separating them. Ugbomodani. Okay? These people you saw separating them, do you know any one of them?
Where was spending all this while? Where was spending?
That is the mistake they asked. They should have asked where spending was and who was in the car at the time. But I don't know if another lawyer will ask that question. Now let me go on. The court asked, you said why separating them? What position was Prime Boy? Prime Boy was still seated in the car while my husband was standing. I guess the window by the time should have been lowered so he can see Prime Boy as how. I mean, the lawyer, Mr. A.O. Akinde, He said, I think the window by the time should have been lowered. That means they wind down so he can see Prime Boy. So Wunmi asked how. I asked you earlier that while he was speaking and they were having argument, were people hearing them? And you said no, they wind up. And by the time he turned down around to meet Prime Boy, was the window still wind up or down? It was still wind up. So báwo ló ṣe wá rí gbogbo ìjà yìí? Báwo ni ẹni tó wà wind up tílẹ̀kùn ò ṣí? Báwo ló ṣe ń bá yàn jà? Báwo ni Mohbad ṣe wà nínú, báwo ni àdúrà Mohbad ṣe wà níta tí ẹni tó ń bájà wà nínú mọ́tò tílẹ̀kùn rẹ̀ wà pípadé?
Somebody said the lawyer keep leading the witness. That's not correct.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't know what to say that aspect.
Question.
He's asking questions that need answers.
The answers she gives is what prompts the lawyer's clarity.
So keep asking that. Yeah, needs clarification.
I understand what you mean by that.
I had to start calling people and people. Okay. I guess it was one of. I had to start calling people, and before I got there, they had started separating them. Okay. You know we are at how he died. And I started with the nurse giving him injection. And I asked what led to his death. So what led to the injury that necessitated the injection? It was a fight. At what point did he suffer that injury? I don't know. When I asked if the window was down, Adishebiri informed us that he suffered an injury because he hit the window of the Prado. Adishebiri is DJ Bami. Yes, the Prado got broken. The glass got broken. Do you see how or what led to it? It was a fight, I think, when my husband was trying to throw him a punch. Prime Boy was seated? Yes. And the window was wind up? Yes. You mean he hit the window? No, the door was opened.
And it's probably tinted glasses. So how is he seeing the person inside?
Wait. Prime Boy was seated? Yes. And the window was still up? Yes. That means he hit the window? No, the door was opened. That means you agree with me that when he came down and went around, he opened the door to drag him out. He opened the door but didn't drag him out. Where were all the fans? Our fans, Salo.
Bayo.
They were, yeah.
How come now? How come? I think, how come? What? Kidney? Oh, Jesus Christ. How come about glass now? If the door was open.
Open. Tell me. Nigerian police.
How come about
How come?
glass?
When the door was open.
When the door was open. And if they have wind down, how? I don't get. Okay, go find another paracetamol, babe.
I say, now go I go take my own paracetamol. Can I go on? Can I go on?
Go on.
Go on.
Okay. 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 Where were all the fans? They were trying to separate them with the workers because I remember I saw Bami. You mean Adishebiri? Yes. He was at the scene too. And I saw some people trying to separate them. In between that period, the window got broken and he suffered that injury. Not up and down. Not up and down. That means, if you're not up and down, means yes. Right? Can you describe where and the extent of the injury? Demonstrating just a cut. A very minor cut. Yes, a minor cut. The opening of the injury, was it one of different cuts? Just one. You don't punch a glass. Okay, just one cut. All right, let's go on. And this happened what time? I don't know. What date? September 10th. What day of the month was September 10th? Sunday. Sunday night, he had his injury. But after the show, we waited for like 2 hours. So I don't know if we had crossed to the next day. The show was Sunday over Sunday night and over Monday. It was Sunday over Monday. What day of the nurse came to inject him, came to the house? The day the nurse came to inject him came to the house. It was on the 12th. What day? Tuesday. So he suffered this injury Sunday over Monday. And between that time and Tuesday, the nurse came. Did he go to any hospital? No, he did not. Did anybody medically inclined attended to him? No. This injury that you said was very minor, that we should just pass off. How was it feeling in relation to that injury? When we got to the house, I was mad at him because of the incident. So I went to my son's room to sleep. And my husband is the type that doesn't like sleeping alone. Who like people. When he saw I was angry at him, he now used Bami as disguise that we should come and ask for water from me. When Bami knocked and when I opened the door, I saw my husband and he was smiling at me and telling me sorry for everything. And I allowed him inside and he apologized for everything. And I said, let me see your hand. And he showed me. And I said, what does he want to do? And he said, the nurse will come tomorrow. Wait, was it not Bami that called who called the first nurse?
Spending.
Who called the nurse? Spending cough nurse. No, that was second nurse.
Yes.
No, this was, okay, let's see, this is Monday, right? This is the Monday morning, right? He said the nurse will come tomorrow. The nurse will come tomorrow. Yes, I messaged it with Rob. I massaged it with Rob that night. I told him we should go to the hospital before doing that. With the kind of permission to the court, I want to remove my jacket and demonstrate something to her. Which of the two arms was it? I think it is the left. You said a small wound. Was it a scratch or deep cut? It was not really deep. It was just a normal cut, but it was removing blood. Blood was gushing out. It was just coming out, not gushing out. Just bit by bit. Yes, she said yes. Just bit by bit. She said yes. You said you applied rub to that. Was it just an opening? Yes, it was just an opening, not deep. If you remove this first layer, before the blood comes, there is a which part of our body? No. Now, you know, if we get injury, right? The first thing comes out. You know, there is the whitish part before. You know, if the deep is deep. Who remembers that kind of thing? Nobody's here. Yo. I'm just reading to myself. Okay, so let me continue reading that. So now they asked her if there whitish part of the body. She said no. That means it was just a scratch. She said it was a normal cut. Then you apply the rub. What happened is that when he came inside the room, after apologizing, he said, have I seen his hand? And I said, we should go to the hospital. And my husband won't go to the hospital because of some certain things. And I said, you cannot sleep like this. And I checked around I wanted to give him paracetamol, but there was none paracetamol. So I saw a rub and I used to massage the side of the wound, not the face. No, the side. The flesh still, the flesh till the next morning. He wasn't even feeling pain. And he said the nurse will come the next day. So we slept and we are already in another day on Monday morning because he got home around 3 a.m. So he slept till around 1 p.m. the next day. So he slept with close to 9 hours between 3 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yes. Who was beside you? Was he beside you? Yes, beside me and my baby. Who woke up first? I was the one. And you woke up, how was he feeling? Was he still sleeping? Yes. How was his sleep? He was sleeping fine. No issue. He was sleeping fine. I'm asking you because you said he was tired, and I asked, was it because of the extent too much energy, or because he was not feeling too well or restless because of the stress? This particular time he slept for this length period of time. Yes. You woke up, your baby woke up, and every other person woke up and attended to the normal morning choice. Not everybody was awake. They used to wake up very late in that house. Everybody in the house, including my husband, sometimes they wake up around 7 p.m. Yeah. I'm on soon. Yeah.
Hey.
Including this Ajishebiri. Yes, all of them. I woke up, I attended to my baby, prepared rice and sauce for all of us, and I came back inside. Rice ló ló jẹ. Ṣebí ó ní Indomie nìkan ló jẹ. Wọ́n tún ti ṣe rice àti sauce. Okay. ASAP. Yes, all of them.
So what happened to the fried rice?
Wait, so and no, that was this morning. No, so maybe the fried rice. They won't take rice, kill themselves. They ate rice and sauce in the morning, ate fried rice in the afternoon. I was the one that woke him up. I prepared rice and sauce for all of us, and I came back inside. I was the one that woke him up. Babe, you need to be awake. What do you want to do to your hand? And he said the nurse will come, and he doesn't want to go to the hospital.
Bayo.
Sir.
At this point, remember that she did not say Yati Peon. Mohbad again one.
Yeah, no, she did not say Yakpe. Ni Monday, as at Monday 1 a.m., 1 p.m. to Gitology, babe. Mama, because Mama said, but on 12. Only Mohbad in soon. So on padà. I want to pay padà 3, right? About said suppose we are new. Okay, so let's go. Let's see the time. Let's including okay. So the hospital, and he said the nurse was coming. The question is, that was the same day. That was the same Monday. Yes, in the afternoon. I was the one that woke him up around 1 p.m. But throughout that day, the nurse never came. The nurse never came, and nobody attended to his wound. Yes. Around what time did the nurse come? Around 1 or 2. That means for over 48 hours, apart from the rub, and Bami got in Panadol. Apart from those 2, nobody attended to the hand.
So 1 or 2 on Tuesday or Monday?
1 p.m. on Monday was when the nurse, she woke him up. But on Tuesday, the nurse came. No. It is on the Tuesday now that the nurse came, and the lawyer said so for the 48 hours. It was just the rub and the Panadol that you people gave him for the 48 hours. You know that since on Sunday. Now the lawyer is counting from Sunday. And meanwhile, hospital is 10 minutes, right? Apart from those two, nobody attended to the hand. Yes. You said it was a scratch. Yes. Not an open wound. It was a wound, not as deep as you think. We shouldn't be talking about infection. Yes, but the second day, the hand was swollen. Please hold on, guys. Hold on.
This is serious, like, this is deep.
This man that they said
now although they collect extra shit for school.
He bleed profusely. Police, Nigeria police. This is the hand that you said he bleed profusely from the show in Korodu to Lekki. Sheila Goni, Shesapa Goni, Alakba, you gonna learn in that way.
Looking at this wound, Seth, this wound this is an old wound. Look at it very well. This wound is not a fresh wound.
Please,
so let me continue. So you said it was just a scratch. Yes, it was a scratch, not an open wound. It was a wound, not as deep as you think. That's telling the lawyer. Yes, but the second day the hand was swollen. Was it close to the elbow? No, it was just like a cut. The side of the hand. To the elbow? No, it was. Please mute, Ambassador. Okay, so no, it was just a cut. The side of the hand. Demonstrating. I'm sorry to use your hand. Still raise your hand. If you are saying his hand was swollen, can you describe the bulginess? How much did it bulge? I do not know how to explain. Let's use the book. If this is a face of the hand demonstrating, but you can say it was swollen. Yes, it was now on Tuesday. Throughout Monday, the nurse didn't come, and on Tuesday, the nurse that came in the afternoon. Yes. How was he on Monday, Tuesday, up to the point the nurse came? He was fine. He went downstairs to play with the workers. He was fine. We gisted all through Monday. Did he make any references to the fact that his hand was swollen? That it was what was going on? Any apprehension about it? Yes, he was feeling pain. Was he free to move his hand? Yes, he was free, and he even had his bath that day. When the nurse came that day, what was the first thing she did? She tried to check his vitals, his temperature. No, she didn't. She did not do any of that. She didn't. She checked the wound apart, and I can't remember apart. Wounded part, and I cannot remember. The nurse came, she asked for the patient, and you took her to the patient. Then what happened? Or she never asked what happened. She just brought out the injection. She asked. When you showed her, did she feel the hand? She did. Then, when she was putting her hand, was she feeling any pain? No. I think it was feeling pain. No, I think it was feeling pain. I've forgotten. I'm sorry. No, I think it was feeling pain. I've forgotten. I'm sorry. So she has forgotten how Mohbad was feeling. At what point did the nurse think that of something like this an injection will do rather than a paracetamol? Before the nurse started the medication, I told her myself that DJ Bami, I told her myself and DJ Bami, because it was the DJ that contacted her. So it was DJ that contacted The nurse not spending. Bamis Ajishebi, yes, a friend of my husband called spending. Do you know the first name of spending? I have forgotten. I also followed us. He also followed us to the show. He was in the house next morning, and there was a particular nurse.
Bayo, hold on. Guys, comment section. If I don't get headache already, I be muna type yes. If you're having headache already, just type yes. If you don't get headache already, just type yes. If you're having headache already, on the comment section, please. I need you to just say yes. Let's know. Come on, Kotanshi.
End it. I need the cat already, but don't end it.
I'm not ending it. I'm not ending it. I'm going somewhere. I'm not ending it. I'm going somewhere.
Okay, no problem. Just take a look at what Wunmi teams are defending. Just look at it. See, look at it. They can't even come here to come and defend her. Now, wow.
Please, we don't get headache right about now, beg. Mona try, Mona can consider person where they read this thing, I beg. Mona show some love now. Just tap on your screen, share some roses to buy your billion. Baba, if not me, I go don't drop this thing. I swear down. Oh boy, which kind of lie be this?
I tell you, say, at a point I was headache too much. Like, I mean,
and look
I tell you now.
First of all, guy, look at. I'm trying to imagine the kind of. Now I'm beginning to ask question. What is the issue between? Look at the nurse. This is the nurse's face. Nurse where they can't treat person for lucky. Haba. So inside all the nurses we even fine. You know what I'm saying? You guess how you go see some kind of nurse where we say your body you go down the well. But you go see this some kind of nurse. If I see this kind of nurse, I feel no well low. I don't understand. With their level of
she resemble farmer's wife. She resemble farmer's wife.
How them be?
Well, even the nurse.
The first time I even saw her, she resemble farmer's wife.
No,
just look.
wait.
The first day that I even see her.
Wait, now, Mona, wait. Mona, calm down. Mona, just allow me to talk something. See, as we just talk this story, and they try they follow. Make I use church mind. Follow. You get some kind of nurses where we say, once they attend to you like this, you go down the well. Because, sorry, are you the one I'm supposed to treat? You know, you go down the, you self, from the way where they don't they tell you, you self, you go down the, yeah, your body go down, they say, down the well. You understand? As in, what's in my mind, like, okay, things don't they soap. You understand? But come to think of it, I beg. See nurse face nurse. Would you nurse now? Okay, let me check whether I have another nurse on my phone. Let me see if I have another nurse on my phone. You get some kind of faces where we say when they attend to you, yeah, you tend to get better sharply. And they come. I know some people go don't set, they want screen record. They want screen record of the face of the another nurse, so I won't bring go. Wait, just imagine. Imagine say this kind of person a nurse. Imagine say this kind of person a nurse. I bet. Wait, won't seek you. If you see this kind of person, you don't the day well. Almost instant. Can't see the nurse they will give moveeeeeee. How about now? She that now. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo nurse tó wà ní agbègbè. Abba now. Abba. Hold on, please. Somebody that went to deposit, that went to pay for an advance car, a Range Rover Vogue, that went to make that deposit for that fine car. See the kind nurse wanna bring, make on a dent around. Yeah? See the kind nurse wanna bring, make on a dent around.
Thank you, gifters. God bless you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Biobillion, please continue. Gifters, we appreciate you. Let's increase the like to like 100K, guys. Let's take the like. Let's shoot it up. Let's shoot it up. Let's shoot it up. What we're here discussing is we're reading women's the testimony at the corona, and we've gotten to the point where we are asking about where they were talking about the role the nurse played about in that whole thing.
Young daddy.
We have, yeah.
Young daddy. The nurse herself, she's even sick. Look at her. She's sick.
God protection. Oh God.
Yo, I want to ask a serious question now.
Hold on before Mona, hold on, I beg.
About this nurse, please, I just want to ask more questions.
What's the question? What is the question?
Okay. Sir, ẹ má bínú. Ibo ni nurse ni gbé? Ṣé Ondo State ni àbí Lagos State?
The nurse stays in Lagos State, I guess. But the nurse is from Ondo, and I think she's from Owo. But she stays in Lagos. And from what we heard, I think she has something she does in Cotonou. So she shuttles between Cotonou and all. So please, I don't want anybody to interject now, please. The last space we have on the panel is for Team Wumi to come up and just say one thing about what we've been discussing. Once again, gifters, thank you very much. Bye. Biobillion, please continue.
Thank you so much, gifters. God bless you, everybody, for listening. So if you can, because of the record, put a name to this DJ Bami. What is Bami? Is Ajishebiri? Yes. And a friend of your husband is called Spending. Do you know his name? I have forgotten. He also followed us to the show. He was in the house the next morning, and there was a particular nurse that usually treats Mohbad, but she was not around. So Spending heard Bami talking about nurse. Bami could be Ajishebiri. Yes. Spending reached out. Who is Spending? He's a close friend of my husband. What does he do? They go to shows together. You know Ajishebiri as a DJ. We know Ibrahim as the photographer. This Spending, what does he do? Thank you so much, gifters. Thank you. He is a friend to Mohbad. What does he do? I don't know. He sings, rap, dance? No. Just they have been friends for 3 years now. He was the one that recommended the particular nurse. Yes. When the nurse came, was Spending still at home? Spending left on Monday morning. She confirmed Spending left on Monday morning. And he said he would get the nurse to come the next day. No. The next day, he said he will get the nurse to come and treat my husband. And the nurse was been treating Spending for over 2 years. And he gave Bami the nurse contact. That was how Bami got the contact of the nurse. Let's rewind it. You've asked who was, we've asked who was the deceased, and you have answered, you've asked when it was deceased died, when the deceased died, and asked where and when did he died. We are now on how he died. So it was the after effects of the medication given to him by the nurse that triggered the reaction that necessitated you going to the hospital at the same day. Yes. When he died, yes. If you observe, I didn't make any references to any of your statements. We just take one or two and I will be done with you. Is that okay? Yes. On the night he had a show, on the 10th, did you see anybody related to Mr. Fashola Naira Marley at the event? I was in the Prado all through. I did not step out. So you wouldn't have known if anybody related to Mr. Fashola was there. I wouldn't have known. Also, if you were in the
Bayo, hold on, Jerry. Sorry, I got a call now. Sorry, Bayo, hold on. That was in the car all through. I didn't step out.
That was the wife. They said they've
the same wife.
They want to ask. Yeah.
Hold on. I think no. Hold on. Wait now. Why you laugh? She thought say she was in the car all through.
Yes.
But no,
you want me to read the question again?
Wait now. Please, Bayo, please. Continue, please.
Young daddy. You know, you just want cut ever fashion. So now, on the night, I want to start again. On the night of the show, on the 10th, did you see anybody related to Mr. Fashola Naira Marley at the event? I was in the Prado all through. I did not step out. Somebody told him rí ìjà, òun witness ìjà. Told him gbé ọmọ òun lọ scream for help. Okay. So you wouldn't have known if anybody related to Mr. Fashola was there. I wouldn't have known. Also, you were at the Prado all through. You wouldn't have known if any operative of NDLA was there. I was in the car all through. In your statement, with the kind of permission to the court, I will read it out. Paragraph 4, reading. Which day were you referring to? That was February 2022. When did he die? When did he die? He died September 12, 2023. That is roughly a year after. Yes. And you said because of the encounter with the NDLEA, you choose not to go to hospital. Yes. And this with the NDLEA happened year after his death. Yes. Yet, he chose not to go to the hospital. Yes. Also in your statement, the third one, I will read it. This event that happened, you went there. I was there. You said in paragraph 4, as read, when he got there, where were you coming from? She now asked, when he got where? It was your statement. Can you please read it out? Yes. We were not in the house on this day. My husband and his friend and his friend's girlfriend, who were not in the house, You were informed that the NDLA came to Aziz Adesina's Fashola's house. Yes. Thereafter, you came to the house because that is where he stays. Who stays? Aziz Fashola, the labor boss, gave him and his 4 other assignee a house to stay in. So they all stayed together. The house he gave him to stay, was it the same house that the NDLE came? Yes. When he got the information, was there when he came? We were in the studio and they wanted to get something. Maybe a mic or something when we got a call from his friend that NDLA officers were at the house. That means Wizkid was at home when they came. Yes. The NDLA didn't come personally for your husband. Yes, they didn't come personally for him. Possibly they came for Aziz Fashola. He was not in the country. I know, but possibly they came for him. I don't know. They did not go to his personal house. They went to the signee's house. My husband and the rest apartment. The incident happened in February 2022, but Mohbad died September 12. Can I have the document? I have in your statement, you made reference to many of the incidents that your husband had with people that he fought, but unfortunately on the day that he died, because you were in the car all through and you did not see this incident. I did not. So you wouldn't have made
This lawyer self is sick.
this man know well, oh, this lawyer know well. So now let me read this line for you. Funny one. So that means you did not see this incident. I did not. So you wouldn't have made a link between them and the incident. The reason of these proceedings are those 4 questions I asked you. Who is the deceased? Where did the deceased died? When did he die? And how he died? So I'm also saying most of the things you have said here happened months and years before he died. Yes?
Bayo, hold on. Can you come again with that 4 questions?
The reason for these proceedings are those 4 questions I asked you. Who is the deceased? Where did the deceased died? When did he die? How he died?
Okay. From all you've read now, yeah, she has been able to answer 3.
Yes, the husband, he died in the house.
He died in the house.
He died in the house.
The date he died on the 12th.
Yes.
Who is the guy to him? His husband.
That's his husband, yeah.
Now we are still yet to ascertain how he died.
He died.
Okay, go on.
So I'm saying,
everyone, show some love. Show some love. Show some love. Let's take it like to 100. We are like 415 here. Let's show it out to 100. It's not easy. Bayo, I don't go buy Ogogoro and won't use Panadol.
I told you now. I said it's Ogogoro that we used to take my own when I'm ready now.
I used to take that one. You know, see,
you don't go work. You don't go work now, Ogogoro.
Because Gogo got some more in Sokale. I don't understand. To buy get go to Sony police station, not the ó kù ká ètò fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa yìí o.
tó wá pé nǹkan tó sọ lélẹ̀.
ó kù ká ètò fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa. God, if this is what exactly this guy said in the station, my God. And don't forget, in how many times now we've been asking for Team Wunmi, please come up. Ẹ má yẹ kán ka CTC tán kẹ́ tó dìde wá o. Ẹ come up. Nobody is fighting you. We'll just sit down and we'll be listening together. Bayo Billion.
Yes,
sir.
Okay. So after the question was asked, let me start. You did not see, okay, because you were in the car all through, you did not see this incident. I did not. But you are in the car all through. So you could not have made a link between them and the incident. The reason for these proceedings is those 4 questions. So I am saying most of the things you have said here happened months and years before he died. Is that correct? Yes. And there is no link between those events and the event that happened in the September. Yes. When we were at how he died, I wasn't there. If you were to play the rewind button, the incident that led to him going to that hospital where he was pronounced dead was because two nights before he had an injury. A nurse was called 2 days after the injury, but unfortunately he reacted to the injection he was given. When you called for help, then you called for help. Took him to the hospital, but unfortunately he died. So his death, depending on what the pathologist would say, was it a result of that injury and medication of that day? Because you agree with me, or do you think the event involved the NDLA event of the days that he brought with Samson Eletu and event he had with them were the reasons of what happened to that September 12? Those events are part of what led to his death. She's still linking Sam Larry to a year after. Can you guys understand what happened there? She's still linking it together after they have established that it happened after a month, after years and months. So I will continue. 2 things I have asked you. The hospital you didn't go. Two things I've asked you. The hospital you didn't go, and you have said because of the NDLEA. You said he was fearful for the NDLEA and he chose not to go to the hospital. That is not it. It was part of it. I needed to explain better. That was why I reached out for his corona inquest. That was why I reached out for this corona inquest, because I want justice for him, and I feel this is the way I can express myself. Mr. Please go ahead. So Mr. Akintunde, please go ahead. After the NDLEA period in February 2022, they hit him with a gun on his head. Were you there when they hit him? I was there. You saw when they hit him? I was there. I was there when they were harassing him. And when I saw it, it was too much. I was trying to rescue him from the NDLA officer. But unfortunately, they packed everybody to their vehicle. At what point were you harassing? At what point were they harassing him? When he got to the scene, we saw that Zelensky was handcuffed and he went to the house purposely because of Zelensky and his brother Adura, because they were in the house. Immediately he heard the news. He said, "My brother are in the house." So he went to the scene with my sis girlfriend, myself, and himself, and we went with his car. When we got there, we saw they had handcuffed Zelensky and he approached the NDLEA. After the officer had asked why they were trying to arrest him, and the NDLEA officer became violent with everybody. And when my husband was trying to ask questions, they started hitting him and attacking him. By then, we were trying to attack me too. The NDLEA officer was trying to hold a gun and I was asking, "Do you want to shoot me?" And I was only asking a question which he should answer at this as it is a citizen. I became violent with everybody. He became violent with everybody, and he took Zelensky and the rest away with them, while they also went with my husband's car. Myself and everybody was in the car, in his car. They packed everybody inside. When we got to the estate gate, they didn't want them to leave. So they came outside and started pulling the gun, and they started harassing us and packing everybody from my husband's car, and they beat me to stupor. There are evidences. I had to fall inside the gutter, and while they were doing all of that, I didn't know when they hit the gun on his head. But wait, but did she not say they hit him with a gun on his head?
Seems like she doesn't always know when vital thing happen.
Hey, look at the question. After the NDLEA in February, they hit him with a gun on his head. Were you there when they hit him gun? Yes, I was there. You saw when they hit him gun? Yes. Now looking at this place. Wait, we have missed. I had to fall inside the gutter, and while they were doing all of that, I didn't know when they hit the gun on his head. Up there, they asked you, did you see him eating? You said yes. Down, you said you did not see it. You were in the gutter. All this happened within the estate. I heard him screaming for help, and I was helpless too and couldn't come to his rescue. So they took them to the police station, and the next morning I couldn't locate them, and I knew if I go to the police station with what I have done, they were going to keep me. So the next morning they released my husband alone, and he came to the house and was really mad at me that I didn't go with him, and I tried to explain the situation on ground to him. I even showed him where I was beaten, and they removed my wig, and I also what happened. I should have checked on him or look for a way. I explained that I was the only one left. They packed everybody, and I had to run into the security when I heard the gunshot, and that was when they gave him a wild substance, and he said they gave him a white substance to drink, and truly when he got back, I saw him pulling out whitish something from his mouth, and he said it was having headache. I was even the one that checked and asked what happened to him there, because that place was swollen and they hit him with a gun yesterday. And then I said that hitting has a mark already. This thing has a mark already, and he showed him with a phone. You snapped it, and he saw it, and he said he wanted to take paracetamol, and I went to get him paracetamol to take, but he was still not feeling better. He said he was still feeling headache. I gave him food to eat, and he did not eat, and he said he was feeling somehow. He was not comfortable. He was inside AC and he's still sweating. At night, we went to the corridor, myself, my husband, Adura, and one of his workers, Bode. We sat at the corridor while he went downstairs to receive a call because his phone were ringing, and the next thing we saw was a live video. He did screaming for help, and that night I couldn't ask what happened. We just wanted to know his whereabouts. Myself and his brother went to the scene and took him away. From there, with one of Naira Marley's signee called C Black, we took him into the car. While he was going, he said he doesn't want to go to that Naira Marley house again, that he should take him to the hospital. While he was still in the live video, we got to the hospital and he was inside and attended to him. After the whole thing, we went back to his friend's place. The hospital, what was the diagnosis? What was wrong? They checked him up and they said nothing was on his head, that maybe because the shock of the NDLEA. The hospital said for his head, nothing. Yes. Did you check his body? Did they check his body? They did. They said there was the after effect of what he took at the hospital. After taking him to the hospital, I didn't remember them saying anything because he left the hospital the next day and said he wasn't comfortable at the hospital too. that he feels those people are coming, they are working with the NDLEA. The NDLEA, yeah, he needed to go.
Bio Billion.
Yes.
This part you're reading is the part of the Naramali, yeah?
Yes. We can skip it, right?
Yeah, I feel we should just skip it because...
Yeah, we almost, I think we're almost done with that Naramali because it's too much stories there and yeah, okay. So, I mean, now they are trying to clarify why he was scared of the NDLEA. She said he think the NDLEA are working with the hospital. That was why he didn't want to go to he didn't want to remain at the hospital. So should we now say that ever since that incident, he had never been himself again? He had not been himself again. In quote, would that have been the reason why he said he was not feeling well the night because of the incident? You are trying to link up. We have said he wasn't feeling too well. He said he was tired because people were calling his name, shouting and banging his car. I want to link that, you said, to the event of 20 February, or how you did. You stated that 22nd of February 2022, with this constant harassment after the NDLA, his best friend, Belashima, got him an apartment in the estate and the family was there and he was still not getting himself. You said he was not getting himself. In what sense? He said there was something wrong with his head, that he was not feeling comfortable. Banging? Yes, he said it was banging. Was he hallucinating, talking to himself? Was he in charge of his senses? No. But he called me to the room and said, I am the only one that can help him out, that I should please help him understand what happened, that he can barely remember things. This means once in a while he will forget some things and he will need someone. Yes. But that did not take his life, did it? It did not. That was the answer. What I'm trying to point out is that oppression after the NDLEA. What I'm trying to point out is that oppression after the NDLEA, a lot of things started happening, constant bullying that made him leave the label and lot of threats. So many threats. All this, so many bully threats happening after the NDLEA is up to months after till the September. No at all. Not at all that day, but it kept happening. I mean, all the bullying and assault did not happen on the date he died. He said no, but it kept happening. So if it kept on happening, well, those things were what led to that injury. Did it lead to that injury? It did not. So all the bully did not lead to that injury that day. So all these things, did I accumulate the virtual medication? No, he did not get medications for all those sickness. The reason why I'm saying this because, my Lord, the four things he answered, duty is to assess, my Lord, to get how he died. Those other aspects of this will be in court for the trial. So the law, all this Sam Larry bully is in court for trial. So they've cleared that. So for the nurse, okay, now let me read this. Let me get this. All those happening, but what led to the death was his reaction to the medication he was given that necessitates him for being taken to the hospital. Yes, but on getting to the hospital, unfortunately, he left us. What was that? What happened? Yes. For that nurse, it was spending that recommended that nurse. Yes. And he said he was using the nurse for 2 years. Yes. Now, did the nurse carry out any test before making medication? I was not fully present at the scene. I was in the kitchen. Who was with him? By the time you came, I was in the kitchen cooking on the rice. By the time you came, you met the nurse with him. Who was there? Nobody. Only him and the nurse. But when the nurse came, myself and Bami, the nurse, and my husband were in the room. As at time you came, you met only him and the nurse? You mean the last injection? Were there more than one? The first nurse, when the nurse arrived, I mean, this English, they're typed wrongly though. The nurse arrived, it took the nurse. Oh my goodness. You wrong. They typed it wrongly. I think at this point, I want you to tell us what happened from the minute the nurse entered the room of the disease. Give us a broader explanation what happened. When the nurse entered, myself, Bami, my husband, it was in my son's room. The nurse was very small. The room was very small, and the nurse left my son's room to me and my husband's room for the medication. And when we got there, the nurse checked the wound and said to the DJ that she already told him to snap the picture before getting to the house. Did he send the picture? He did. So why was she complaining? It was when she was on the way coming that she saw it. Maybe her data was not on or something. Immediately she pulled out some injections. And myself and Jibami said he was an usher patient, and we should be careful of the medication we administer to him. And he said, thank God. He informed her. Thereafter, she injected him here, demonstrating. After the injection, I went back to the kitchen because I was cooking and I was cooking. I came back upstairs. She was trying to administer another injection. When I went downstairs, I was not fully present. I was cooking in the kitchen. And last time I came upstairs, I heard my husband saying, remove it because I'm feeling somehow. When he went to the restroom and vomited and he peed, and immediately he said he was not feeling too well, that the injection was reacting to his body. And I held his hand and he sat down on the floor and he said we should pour him water. His brother and Bami, I shouted their names to help and they came upstairs, and immediately the nurse was there. He was reacting that way. He said there was a drip she was supposed to pass to him. A drip she should have. No, to prevent the way he was feeling. Immediately the nurse and DJ Bami went downstairs, and immediately I called OG. What is the full name? Idris. The photographer? Yes, Adura went to get water and pour it on him, and he said he was not comfortable, that he needed AC, and his room's AC was not working. So we carried him to our son's room, and he was still breathing and he was still reacting to she stopped. He was still feeling uncomfortable. Sorry. So he said he was still reacting. He was still feeling uncomfortable. So I rushed downstairs to look for a car. On getting there, the mechanic was working on the car, and he said the car was not working and Adura was with me. So I told him to rush to the other house, streets, to get a car. Adura came downstairs with me, and I was just him and OG that was left in the room. Adura and I came downstairs to find a way to rush him to the hospital. I was telling people passing to help me that I needed help, and one of the people said I should knock on the neighbor's gate. And I knocked for 5 minutes, and he came downstairs and narrated everything happening to him. He told the people outside to help me upstairs carry my husband. And when we got outside, the nurse and Bami met us on our way taking him to the hospital, and they followed us in the other car. Our way going.
Pause. Did I hear the nurse and Adura and Bami?
Bami, yeah.
In another car.
Now, let me read it again. I told the people to help, so my husband, and to help me carry my husband. And when we got outside, the nurse and Bami met us on our way, taking him to the hospital.
Okay.
And they follow us. Oh, they follow us in the car.
Okay.
And on our way going, there was traffic at Orchard Lane. You said so. When the nurse and Shebiri came back, you were already in the vehicle, about to leave. We were about to put him in the vehicle. So, whatever it is the nurse went to buy, she never administered it on him. She shook her head. No, my lord, that will be all. So, consultation by by Mr. David Fadule. So Fadule is this Baba's lawyer now, asking questions. I sympathize with you with respect and so. My name is Aloba Cynthia. Were you married legally to Mohbad? No. She said no, she was not legally married. Only tradition. You live together with him? Yes. How many of you live in the same apartment? Myself, our son, himself, and his workers. How many of his workers? Tell the court their names. Bami, Adura, Ore, Idris, that is all about. But people often come, but those who stay with you, about 7 of them. Yes. You said Mohbad sustained injury on the 10th of September. After the performance at Ikorodu, a minor injury. That was what you said. Yes. After